Ladies and gentlemen, this particular story is out of Mississippi. I don't remember the last story we've done out of Mississippi, Mississippi, in a long time. But we're going to do it today. Let me go ahead and give you guys the disclaimer, just in case if I say some things that may or may not sit well with your sensibilities, and the story might have some details that are probably going to rock you as well. But that is your official disclaimer. Pause it if you need to. Now, Pearl, Mississippi, and a woman has been charged with capital murder and felony child abuse after her 2-month-old child died on Saturday afternoon. This, if you ask me, is a real epidemic in our country, and we really need to take a focus on this. So I'm hoping more people will start to share these stories about our babies. The food that you see on my screen, I think this is a mother. It says a woman, but I think this is a mother. According to police, there were several 911 calls that came in at around 2 p.m. on Thursday saying that a woman, 20-year-old Makalia Jolly, M-A, like Maka, M-A-K-A-Y-L-I-A, that's how you spell her name, Jolly, J-O-L-L-E-Y, had repeatedly and forcibly thrown her baby onto the road. This is a mother. Now, why in the title they don't title it as mother? A mother did this, a mother did this, a mother did this. I think that should be a resounding thing, because we have a ton of good mothers. We're just coming off of Mother's Day, and I think that it needs to be called out. As much as we want to praise the good mothers, there's a lot of them out there, and I love you all. I love all the good mothers out there, especially mine. But we have to start calling out the bad seeds in our society. I don't think we do that enough. Hopefully everybody understands where I'm coming from. As well as we want to praise the good, we got to start calling out the bad. Because if we don't, it's just flat out unacceptable. This 20-year-old mother repeatedly and forcibly threw her 2-month-old baby by the name of Khaleesi Lachey Jolly onto the road. And I don't think I have any pictures of that baby. Let me see if I can find them. I don't think I have any. I wasn't able to find any initially. Let me see real quick Google search. I don't have any pictures, but if the pictures come up, we'll try to post it in an update. When officers arrived, they found a separate woman holding a severely injured child. The fire department and ambulance arrived and began first aid on the infant. The mother, Jolly, had run into the woods, so she took off running. Ran into the woods and was chased back towards the road where she was taken into custody. Pearl authorities escorted the ambulance carrying the baby to Children's in Jackson, Mississippi. She was the victim of a very cruel, intentional abuse by her mother, Pearl Police Chief Dean Scott said. I would encourage people, the Facebook judge and jury, to feel sympathy for the victim, not the mother. Not this, and this part is my words, not their words. I'm getting this from WLBT.com, so thank you for the article. But this part is coming from me. Too many times people want to say, well, I wonder what the mom was going through. I wonder what she was going through. Mental illness, maybe? I don't give a damn what she was going through. 20 years old or not, she was grown enough to make babies, grown enough to have sex. She's grown enough to get charged as an adult who made a conscious decision to injure a child. There is no excuse. There is no postpartum. There is no excuse to hurt, murder, and abuse children. Right? No excuses. No more excuses. That's what we need to start campaigning. No more excuses. Jolly is currently being held at the Rankin County Jail, and she is said to have shown no remorse. Authorities did not say what prompted the incident. The chief said that the woman had been previously arrested on drug-related charges. Scott said that officers involved have been unable to sleep following this incident, because I'm pretty sure whatever they saw probably traumatized them. This act was very deliberate and intentional, Scott said. She showed no remorse. And as chief, myself, my men and women, working with the district attorney, we're going to work as hard to make sure that she receives the just punishment that she deserves. Madison Rankin County District Attorney Bubba Bramlett said that his office will be seeking the death penalty, the harshest penalty under law. And to be honest, I can't see any reason to say that we shouldn't. The baby's older brother is now living with his grandmother, so she had more than one kid at 20 years old. My body, my choice. I'm just saying. These are the decisions that you make, that I think you have to live with the consequences and the choices that you make. Let me give you guys the fair usage. Life in prison. Ultimate penalty under law, death penalty. Sounds about right. Let's get it. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. I do want to start getting some of you guys' opinions, so if y'all would, not only click that thumbs up, if you would, please help share this story, but I want to hear what you guys think. That's what the comment section is for. Make sure don't email it, but leave it in the comment section so we can have a discussion and we can have this discussion publicly. What do y'all think should be the penalty for what she did to this innocent little baby?
They tell us the little girl is clinging to life and not expected to survive. Right now, her mom is facing attempted murder and child abuse charges. Prosecutors say if the worst happens, they may consider the ultimate punishment.
There's a special place in hell for somebody like that.
Pearl Police Chief Dean Scott says Michaela Jolly has shown no remorse since officers arrested the 20-year-old mom and charged her with attempted murder and felony child abuse. Witnesses dialed 911 Thursday afternoon after they spotted Jolly allegedly repeatedly throwing her 2-month-old baby girl, Khaleesi Jolly, onto Biederman Road.
I have no sympathy for the suspect in this case. The act was very deliberate and intentional.
The chief says little Khaleesi was not expected to survive the severe injuries she suffered. Friday, the infant was on a ventilator at Children's Hospital and her organs were failing.
I think the good Lord figures this baby was too good for this evil world.
Jolly's next-door neighbor, who didn't want to be identified, said she was shocked to hear about the serious charges against her.
I don't understand. Something had to go wrong, something postpartum or something, because she really is a very good mother. I don't understand what happened.
I will admit, no parent wakes up in the morning with intent to do what she did. Doesn't make it right.
Now, Jolly is no stranger to Pearl Police. The chief says narcotics officers have arrested her before on drug charges. The Rankin County DA says that they will consider the death penalty against Jolly if it comes to that.
I want to know what you guys think about that. Is that too harsh? Should it just be life in prison? Yeah, the child is not going to make it at all. They said multiple times she was treating this child like a stuffed animal or something. Just insane.
Pearl Police
I wonder what her mental condition was. I don't really give a damn. Punish the crime. Punish the crime, period. Stop hurting our babies. You hurt our babies. Punish the crime, period. I'm okay with that. Start setting a precedence. Go above and beyond. Give it a death penalty. Maybe it'll scare more people into not doing stupid crap like this to their kids. I'm actually okay with that.
Arresting and charging 20-year-old Michaela Jolly with attempted murder and felony child abuse of her daughter, just 8 weeks old. According to a spokesperson for the city, several 911 calls were made around 2 p.m. Thursday afternoon, saying a woman was forcibly throwing a baby onto Biederman Road.
I think the whole department probably got there within a minute and a half to 2 minutes, and they got there and there was another woman holding a severely injured baby.
The Pearl Fire Department and Pafford Ambulance Service immediately stepping in to give first aid to the child. Jolly was taken into custody after running into a nearby wooded area. The child was taken to Children's Hospital of Mississippi, where she's listed in critical condition.
There are not words. I mean, heinous, evil, it's just incomprehensible, you know, what the witnesses say they saw to an 8-week-old baby.
Instead of thinking about the mother, and I want to remind people, family and friends, or people that live in this area, I want y'all to remember, don't think about the mother. Think about the baby. Think about that beautiful, innocent little baby. What that baby was forced to go through by an adult human being. What did that baby do to deserve that? What justice is suitable for that baby that we could punish for that crime that will set a precedent that nobody should ever want to do that to another one of our babies for any reason. And it is unacceptable and will be punished harshly each and every time. Please, and I beg you guys to just think of the baby. Think about what that baby and what that baby went through.
The why will come later, but it's right now. It's just, please keep your prayers on that little baby.
Kara Peters, 16, WAPT News.
Now, this is an ongoing investigation. Anyone with information on this incident is urged to call Pearl Police.
Police arresting and charging 20-year-old Michaela Jolly with attempted murder and felony child abuse of her daughter, just 8 weeks old. According to a spokesperson for the city, several 911 calls were made around 2 p.m. Thursday afternoon, saying a woman was forcibly throwing a baby onto Beardeman Road.
I think the whole department probably got there within a minute and a half to 2 minutes, and they got there and there was another woman holding a severely injured baby.
The Pearl Fire Department and Pafford Ambulance Service immediately stepping in to give first aid to the child. Jolly was taken into custody after running into a nearby wooded area. The child was taken to Children's Hospital of Mississippi, where she's listed in critical condition.
There are not words. I mean, heinous, evil, it's just incomprehensible, you know, what the witnesses say they saw to an 8-week-old baby. The why will come later. But it's right now. It's just, please keep your prayers on that little baby.
Kara Peters, 16, WAPT News.
And let me say this, because I was thinking about this and I'm glad I didn't have to write it down. And too many stories just like this, too many murder, child abuse stories just like this, the child is usually an afterthought. We never put the children first. And that's always what I've been asking for us to do as society, as judges, as police, the investigators and all of that stuff. Put the children first. The child should never be an afterthought. We shouldn't be thinking like, well, what was this person going through and what caused this and their mental state and this and that. No. Children should come first, or you shouldn't have children. Children should be protected first. Their thoughts, their feelings, their well-being. If that is ever disturbed, especially at a level like this, there can only be punishment, period. And I think that the sooner we start to put our foot down and stand on a president like that, a presidents, I think that's the word, could be wrong, but I think the sooner that we start to take a stand for our children, we can get some real change. And the only change that we really, really need is for us to change our mentality. And I think that people think a hell of a lot harder before they start laying down and making babies, my body, my choice, and all of that bull crap. And we'll start to take our babies a hell of a lot more seriously, or don't have them. Start judging these stories really harshly. But what do you guys think? Potentially her getting the death penalty, life in prison? Let me know what you guys think in the comments section, okay? But RIP to that beautiful soul, and hoping that the other baby can grow up and become something great.